Hi, this is a question about osmosis and the structure of animal cell, specifically red blood cells. Hemolysis is the bursting of red blood cells. Here is a step-by-step analysis of these statements. Understanding the environment, which means distilled water. Distilled water is pure water, meaning it has a very high water potential, close to zero, which is the highest possible value. The contents inside the red blood cell have dissolved substances, means salts, proteins, etc., giving the cell contents a lower water potential than the distilled water. Analysis of statement 1. Water potential of the surrounding liquid is lower than the water potential of the contents of the red blood cell. Since the surrounding liquid is distilled water, means high water potential, and the cell contents have a lower water potential, this statement is incorrect. The surrounding liquid's water potential is higher than the cell contents. Water moves from an area of higher water potential to an area of lower water potential. 2. Understanding cell structure. Red blood cells are animal cells. Animal cells only have a cell surface membrane and lack a rigid cell wall, which plant cells have. Analysis of statement 2. The cell surface membranes of red blood cells are not supported by cell walls. This is correct. Because they lack a strong cell wall, red blood cells cannot resist the turgor pressure that builds up when excessive water enters, leading them to burst, which means hemolysis. 3. Understanding water movement means osmosis. Osmosis is the net movement of water across a partially membrane to a region of lower water potential. Analysis of statement 3. More water moves into the red blood cells by osmosis than leaves the cells. Is higher than the water potential inside the distilled water. Since the water potential outside, means distilled water, is higher than the water potential inside the cell, there will be a net movement of water into the cell. This means that the rate of water entering is greater than the rate of water leaving. This statement is correct. Analysis of statement 4. Water enters the red blood cells by osmosis but does not leave the cells. Water is always moving both in and out of the cell due to random molecular motion. Osmosis describes the net movement. Saying water does not leave the cells is scientifically inaccurate because water molecules are always moving across the membrane in both directions. The key is the net flow. This statement is incorrect. Conclusion. The statements that correctly explain hemolysis are 2 and 3. Statement 2 explains why the cell bursts, means lack of a cell wall to withstand pressure. Statement 3 explains the process that causes the pressure buildup, means the net influx of water via osmosis. Therefore, the correct option is C, 2 and 3.